Angels live in my town.
So listen the f*** up.
It's crazy.
This sounds like you actually have something to say.
Oh, good for you.
What the fuck is he talking about?
You guys are doing terrific.
This is great iced tea.
I think every American should be watching this.
What's good?
What's happening?
This is Angels Live in My Town.
Yes, it is.
How do I sound?
You sound great.
Wonderful. Back with another show, Mike.
Yeah.
It's another Angels of My Town episode. We got a lot planned for today. Big show. We got to recap last week's show. Jared Nathan.
Comedian.
Hilarious comedian. Wonderful. Thanks for coming on the show, dude. If you haven't seen it, check it out. Jared's hilarious.
The one who stutters.
The one who stutters. He's a very good stuttering comedian. Not that he needed to stutter to be funny. His jokes are great.
His jokes are funny regardless.
Great, but
yes.
The stuttering actually, I think, adds some levity.
Yes, it does.
We're going to talk about Elon Musk, humanoids, and dancing robot shit, and like how the whole planet's going to be run by robots soon. And lots of robot talk today. Mike, you prepared for this?
I don't know if my heart is.
I know it's a little bit stressful for you.
I hate those robots.
Yeah, you don't like them.
And wait till you see that Elon Musk thing. I'm not down with what he says in this clip.
I get it. Okay, we'll get into the Elon
I'm good
Musk
with the
thing.
robot, but
I like Elon, but okay.
I do too.
I'm not cool. I don't know if
like
I'm cool
what
with
he
the
says.
robots
The one
either.
comment thing.
In all honesty, I'm not super stoked about all these robots. Yeah. We're going to talk about a woman with two vaginas. I'm very dubious about this story.
Yeah, it's a medical thing.
I don't buy it. Fake news, I think.
I'll break it down for you.
Okay. Mike's going to educate us on
the
woman
I
with
did
two
a lot
vaginas.
of research on it. And let me tell you, my wife wasn't happy when she was like, what the fuck are you listening to? I'm like, a woman with two vaginas? It's a thing.
It's a thing. And now it is. I never heard of it before. It sounds like that she's...
They're coming out of the woodwork now.
She's a unicorn, I think.
But what was funny about... Okay, we'll get into it. But it was funny that she didn't know until like a certain point in her life. Anyways, we'll get into it.
Do you think that women with two vaginas want guys with two dicks? Is that a thing?
Well, she gets into it, and she's like, the one hole is more pleasurable than the other hole. It's pretty interesting. I'm not going to lie to you.
They fuck like a light socket.
Yeah, they do. It's 2-for-1 deal.
Not a light socket, sorry.
I got what you were saying.
A plug, like a electrical socket.
There you go.
Oh, you mean the holes.
A receptacle.
Right. We're going to talk about a woman fights off coronavirus with ejaculate smoothies.
Mm-hmm.
Saying cum smoothie sounds dirty.
That's what it is, though.
It is. She says she drinks a cum smoothie.
To build up her immunity.
Boy.
Boost her immunity. And she gives other helpful tips. She's a very interesting chick.
So if you're interested about cum smoothies, stay tuned. And then we've got Paul, who's actually AKA FE, Forgery Muscle, on the show. He's a fan of the show.
Good guy.
Guy was reaching out, interacting with our content quite a bit. We reached out. We're like, who is Forgery Muscle? What is he all about?
Who is your daddy and what does he do?
And we found out he's quite an interesting fellow.
Excellent.
And he's coming on our show today.
I'm excited about him.
Yeah, we're interested to talk
about. We got a good game with him.
FE Muscle.
And we got a good game with him.
We got a great game coming up for with FE Muscle. Similar to some games we've played in the past.
They're all the same. Very close.
It's usually, can you guess whether it's a movie or a porn kind of game? But this one is similar. It's that we're going to play clips of people working out and then clips of people having sex.
Yeah.
And he's got to guess what's what.
Yeah.
Okay.
By the way, Sean is here helping.
Sean is in the background.
He's in the background.
There's no cameras on him. He's not going to...
He's only staying for a little bit to say hello.
Yeah, he just popped in. He just popped in. But there is...
I mean Doug.
Oh, that's true. We think Stuntman's Doug.
Yeah.
We think he's probably here
fucking
doing spy work.
We're a bit hot tonight.
Getting inside info on the show so he can send us a message and chirp us.
Correct.
But no, there's this guy who wrote a song, Rise Up Canada.
I've been here before.
Yes, you have.
Jumps on the mic.
He jumps on the third mic.
So there's that song he came up with, Rise Up Canada, is really good. I thought we should have like top 5 protest songs.
We could do that one day. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not prepared.
There's a plethora of protest songs.
Tons of them. Marvin Gaye. There's a bunch. Fight the Power.
Public Enemy. Yeah.
Public Enemy.
You got Bob Marley.
Buddy. Bob Dylan's got a gazillion of them.
Bob Dylan's got a ton, yeah. Even Neil Young, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Guy likes rocking in the free world, as I checked.
Yes, he did. He
did until he started trying to get people canceled. Nice. But let's digress. Let's get off the
Rage Against the Machine.
Buddy, they got tons of them. Thank you, Sean.
They're a protest band.
We're going to do that next show. I'm going to put that in the notes. I'd like to do protest songs.
I like that too.
For the young people that listen.
For the people that listen to the show and like to hear good music.
Might learn something.
Because like a lot of people don't hear that stuff all the time anymore. There's so much to listen to.
Get up, stand up.
Boom, boom.
Stand up for your rights. Anyways.
I like it.
Let's get on to Elon, my man.
Makes me feel good.
Let's get on to my
Makes me feel good to stand up for your rights.
Stand up for everybody.
How about that? So let's digress from the political talk. Mike pointed to the sign.
My chest hurts already.
The sign.
And it's only going to get worse with these fucking robots.
The sign is spoken. Yeah, well, the robots are going to be integrated into society in a short time, Mike. Yeah. Elon Musk himself, he's developing
a robot.
He's developing this thing called a neural net where his thing is like we're already cyborgs. Like with you and your phone.
Oh yeah, this is attached to everybody. It's
a part of your life,
devices,
right? But he's like, it's an inefficient input device. Your fingers, you can only input information as quickly as your fingers.
Buddy, I'm starting to sweat already just getting on this topic of robots. Like I'm getting hot.
I'm getting hot.
You're
getting a little flush.
I don't like it.
I don't like it. Get the guy some. You got water.
I got water. I got beer. So these are the two topics that upset me the most. Is this and when you fuck with children. Oh, thank you, Sean. Oh no, that's so I don't confuse with people.
Can you stay off mic and camera, please?
Yeah. You can go on mic, just not in front of the camera. But these are two topics that boil me. When you fuck with children,
you can stay on. You can get on the mic.
When you fuck with children and robots, I don't like it.
I don't like. Yeah, but what do you mean fuck with children and robots?
No, two separate topics. I'm saying I don't want to bring up fucking with children. But
what if they make children robots, Mike?
That's coming.
Are you gonna have? You gonna have compassion for the children robots?
Remember the iRobot that ate the chick's hair?
Called the War Judgment Day.
Yeah. No, but what I'm saying is, he's saying like our fingers are too slow of an input device on these machines that we're already like symbiotic with.
Yeah.
So he's created this thing called a neural net, which is going to take electrical impulses from your brain.
Oh,
and yeah,
I didn't know that. That's not the thing that he's talking about. Humanoid, the thing in the clip that we've got.
That's all part of it.
Oh, I didn't know. He doesn't divulge into that yet.
There's going to be probably different groups. There's going to be like completely artificial robots. Then there's going to be robots that are like we're human. Now they're robots. There's this one guy. I pulled up the one article. The guy who's already like becoming a cyborg.
Oh yeah. That's a reality show on Netflix too. Yeah, I Pete something. Yeah, he's a cyborg.
But is he talking about No, I don't know about that. But this guy who's like he's like a paraplegic, I think.
Yeah, he it's a Netflix show now too.
Really?
I think his name's Pete, and he's in the UK.
Okay, yeah,
maybe or Paul, Pete. I don't know. I might be confusing myself. But yeah, you're right. He's become a cyborg. He was in a wheelchair, and he's the first human cyborg. He was a smart guy. He did it himself, I believe.
Yeah, I pulled up the image here. Where the heck is it? There's so many things coming into my phone at the same time.
He's a busy guy, all that pussy.
Stop it. Where is it? I guess I did. No.
Buddy, we know. Let's get on to Elon Musk and his humanoids.
So he says Elon Musk claims humanoid robots could develop unique personalities and even become friends to humans.
Buddy, some of the comments he makes in this clip really are very disturbing to me.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's building these humanoids that will just live in your house. He's building them a certain height, a certain weight, and they can only go a certain speed. Okay?
Okay.
That's obviously for reasons like you can overpower them, he says, and run away from them. You want to go to the 142 mark.
142?
Yeah, then he starts to get into it because it's a display of the robot. We don't need to see that. But it's a visual thing as well.
It's a guy dressed up in a robot costume.
Correct. So he talks about all these things. He makes some weird comments that I don't like, and I would assume most people aren't down with it. Go ahead, play it. Okay. He has a hard time doing public speaking, it sounds like to me too, by the way. Take note of that.
He's got Asperger's, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, does he? I didn't know that. I don't know a lot about him, to be honest with you.
Well, he came out on SNL? He came out on SNL.
I don't know a lot about Elon. I just know that he's a genius. That's all I know.
He came out, I think he was like the first guy to come out on SNL during his monologue and say, I'm like the first billionaire guy with Asperger's or something.
Oh, really?
Pretty sure.
And it wasn't a joke? It was a serious thing?
Pretty sure.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know his life. That makes sense, though, now that you say that. After watching this a couple times, it makes sense to me now.
And probably why he's like a genius and his brain works in like a different way. You know what I mean?
It's interesting.
Because he was like programming computer stuff like when he was a kid. You know, he created PayPal when he was like in his early.
He created PayPal?
Yeah.
Fuck, I don't know much about him at all.
Oh, buddy, that guy made.
I'm okay with that.
He created PayPal, sold it for like a couple $100 million. Okay, you think like, oh, cash out, done deal, rich for life.
You can't stop.
He can't stop. Then he created Tesla and SpaceX. He would just sort of rocket company.
Is that the big penis?
No, that's Jeff Bezos makes the penis rockets.
Jeff Bezos makes the penis.
Yeah,
rockets.
Elon makes actual cool rockets.
Rocket Man.
He's a rocket man.
You listening to the show? Oh, that's why you plugged in. Yeah, you need to hear this. It's interesting. Wait till you get some of these topics he talks about. Why do you have to mention that?
I think because you got to justify. Why do you need a robot in your house?
He tells you to go get the groceries and shit. He says they'll be able to program and go get groceries.
So we're going to enslave a whole race of robots?
Yeah.
That's why they turn against us.
Buddy, don't go down that road.
Buddy, that's why they're going to...
Buddy, he laughs. And he's like, oh, we make them so speed so you can run away. Why is that an option that we have to run away from them?
Because they're going to turn on you one day. Shit. They're sentient.
Look at the average height and stuff. It's crazy. 125 pounds is light, though, for 5'8".
So you're gonna give the robot all the dangerous, repetitive, and boring tasks.
Correct. He's gonna go crazy.
He's gonna go fucking nuts.
No, Tom.
I can't do that.
Dave, this conversation can serve no purpose anymore.
Yeah, that's every movie we've ever watched.
The only thing that's saving us is that he's 5'8", 125 pounds, so we can blow him over. And he can only run 5 miles per hour. So
he can deadlift 150
Hold on,
pounds, though.
why would those
you can transport your body.
Make it go crazy?
Huh?
Why would those tasks make it go crazy?
That's a good question, actually. Thank you.
It's a robot.
It's a robot.
Programmed to do.
No, but as more they get advanced, they're going to start becoming more and more human-like, buddy. And then they're going to be like, "Why do I have to do this? I'm a person too.
I'm a person too. God damn it!"
And then there's going to be a group of people that are going to say, "We need rights for robots, and the robots shouldn't have to be slaves." And then they're going to be set free, and then they're going to destroy us all.
I'm a person too. God damn it, Pop!
You're a moron.
Play this, buddy, because there's
good reference there, Mike.
Thank you.
Wedding singer.
Thank you. Why? That's not funny to me.
People are laughing.
That's not funny.
Ha ha ha.
Yeah.
Most likely over. Did you hear his choice of words there?
To make you feel good about it.
That's not funny, guy.
Did you hear what his choice of words were there? You can most likely overpower it.
You most likely, well, he deadlifts 150. That's pretty impressive.
I mean, yeah, his carry capacity is 45 pounds.
I wonder. I'm assuming Paul, our guest coming in, could deadlift more than 150.
Yeah, he could probably dominate a robot. But this is like the beta stage, though. That's like the first model.
Yeah, and then they get stronger and faster.
How do you sell the next model?
And then all of a sudden, Terminator.
Now they can morph into liquid. Now they can morph into liquid metal and get into small places for more meaningless, boring tasks.
My glasses are steaming up.
You won't be alive for that.
Thank you.
He's saying within 10 years, but let's go on here. You never know.
He's laughing. I hate it.
Put his image on. Fix the picture.
No, that's not him. That's the video.
It's like Oppenheimer pitching the atomic bomb to everybody.
Buddy, I hate it.
That maniacal laugh.
That was bad.
What's that? His kidneys?
This is that oil.
So he could be our drinking buddy?
Of course it does. Listens to everything, watches everything.
I wonder why they made it
That's a robot dog.
It's a robot dog. I don't know why they decided to make it a humanoid. Like, why make it look human? Like, why you can make a robot in anything. You can make it like super.
That's a good point. I think it's to
Rover-like, and
it's so people can relate to it. Then, so if this thing's walking to the supermarket, you're not scared of it. You're like, oh, hi, robot.
You're saying
Mr. Roboto.
You can send your robot out in public.
That's what he says in this video. He says you can send them. They'll go get groceries for you. They'll be able to navigate and get your groceries for you. You won't have to do those tasks.
But then you got to worry about
So a human can teach them to do human tasks.
There you go.
I understand, but then you're gonna have
make a robot to teach robots how to do robot tasks. No, you just make them look like humans, and they do the tasks that humans do. That's what they're there to do. Is perform.
Thanks for your contribution, Sean. I appreciate that.
Oh my god!
But I'm saying, like,
hate this fucking shit.
Let's say you have the local neighborhood
Hey, I'm
kids.
not building them. Don't get mad at me.
I'm not mad at you, guy.
Let's say
Let's
say you bring the local, ruffians, the kid punks in the streets,
And they start spray painting him.
and they start fucking with the robot as he's on his way to the grocery store.
I wonder if you can teach him to defend himself, but then they'll
You're
just
gonna have
outrun him.
to.
He's only he can only run so fast.
And then what happens? If they rip off his arm and like tease him with it?
Yeah, well, they're hoping that doesn't happen.
I hope so, but they're gonna have to.
They're gonna be expensive, so kids better not fuck with them.
The next model robot's gonna be like, I will defend myself. Please do not rip off my arms and tease me with them.
This shit. What stops me and you from picking up this fucking 125-pound robot and taking it home?
Exactly. How do you do it? So you gotta have defense mechanisms built into the robots.
It's connected to the internet.
Oh, they'll be able to trace it. There's definitely will be so the people will come. I'm assuming these can't be cheap.
Right, especially if they try to run away from you. Like
where are you going?
Where are you going?
Hey! Pinocchio! Where are you going?
Miles an hour.
I got you on. I know exactly where you are at all times. Kind of like what the government wants to do to us right now. I want to know where you are, what you're doing, what you're thinking.
Buddy, they already do.
They're listening to us right now.
Yeah.
And they know that we're robot resistant.
What do you guys think
we're robot
about
hesitant.
the dude that controls our country, by the way?
The what? Sorry? Say that again?
Oh, here we go, Sean. You're breaking your own fucking rule. Look over there, pal.
Point to the no vax talk.
Yeah.
Sorry, my bad. You're right.
Move along.
But we are robot hesitant on this podcast.
Well, I big time am. You're a little more accepting.
Should I bring up that clip of Elon Musk warning everyone about AI on Joe Rogan?
I think, buddy, play the rest of this because I want you to get to the point where he talks about.
But I got to get out of here. So
Sean's got to get our guest is going to be coming soon.
You know
what? We should just let our guest sit in on the rest of our show since we're running a little bit behind. Just have him come in and sit in.
Who's that?
Paul.
Paul's going to come in and sit in.
We'll just let him sit in. For the show.
Let's finish this little bit here for a second.
Yeah, let this play because he makes some interesting things.
Yeah, and I gotta leave.
It only goes to 5:46, and then it's bullshit after that.
Shh, I can't hear what he's saying.
Holy shit.
Buddy.
Fucking crazy. Wow.
Crazy, huh?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, of course you can.
This guy does everything he sets his mind to, he does, though.
That's why he's a genius. This is where it gets interesting to me.
Holy shit.
Universal income.
Universal basic income is like a socialist wet dream.
That's communism, right? Am I wrong?
Yeah, it is.
So he's basically saying that's what these robots will do. And these people are clapping. That's scary to me. Is that not scary to you?
Well, because essentially what he's actually saying is that I'm about to make every one of you obsolete. I'm about to make all you people, all you lower level labor people, people who, paycheck to paycheck.
Universal income makes doctors make the same as the people working a hotel.
No, that's not what it means.
No?
No. It's basically saying like everyone gets welfare. So like everyone gets like $2,000 a month. Because
including the doctors?
No, doctor, you make whatever you make.
You're just reliving COVID again, that's all.
No, you make whatever you make.
At least in Canada.
You make whatever you make.
All of a sudden, he never talks COVID. All of a sudden, he gets on the mic and all he wants to talk is fucking COVID.
I know, it's crazy.
Well, didn't everyone get $2,000 a month here?
Oh,
well, yeah.
That's actually a really good point.
Well, that's essentially what universal basic income would be. It's like, you can't work. There's no jobs for you.
Oh, so you still get it. So you have a job, let's say, as a doctor.
Yeah.
Let's say you're a doctor. Dr. Mike. Okay?
I like this.
Dr. Mike is working. Dr. Mike makes whatever he gets, plus he gets 200 plus another 2,000 on top
I don't
of?
think so.
Okay.
I
That's
think
why I'm
it's-
confused.
It's basically like everyone goes on unemployment. You know, that's what basically universal.
If you don't
income
have a
is.
job.
If you don't have a job.
That's
yeah,
almost
well,
what unemployment is anyways.
Well, it's like you could probably make some on top of that. You could, if you need, what? You gotta get on mic.
It's exactly what we've been living the last 2 years of our lives. It's just maybe they won't close the gyms.
Right.
That's all he cares about.
Yeah. No,
Speaking
it's true,
of gyms, though, we
it's
are
true.
blind.
It's true.
You know, sorry, I don't have.
So yeah, he's basically saying
gorilla gym going on here. So.
Our boy's coming in.
he's basically saying, yeah, like these things are going to make most people obsolete. They're going to make most people unable to. Sorry.
What's up? You lose your train of thought?
No, I was just I get distracted when you're like not paying attention.
I'm hands free, guy.
I'm listening.
And
Let's finish this bit so I can go.
Okay, well, he's basically saying he's making the workforce up. He's still going on the phone.
Buddy, our guest, he's messaging.
Oh,
him.
yeah.
Just-
Dude,
go
you put
ahead,
a
buddy.
fucking tower
I don't get
there for him.
distracted
What do
when
you
you're.
expect?
But you need.
He's got a
you-
tower for his cell phone. What do you want? Like, come
the
on.
guy can't. Like
Finish
when
the
you're
bit.
typing, I don't have a problem.
You got like a minute and a half left on the
Go ahead, go ahead.
YouTube. Let's finish this bit.
Sean's telling us what to do now.
I love it. Thank you, Sean.
All right, thanks, Sean.
I gotta make some parking space.
Yeah, he's basically telling everyone that there's not going to be any job for you because this thing's going to be better than you, cheaper than you. It's going to be, we're going to have a slave race of robots, and most people are not going to have jobs anymore.
Yes. Yes. That's
which-
exactly what he's saying, and then
Yeah.
laughing about it. But that's what bothers me, though.
And then this universal basic income is going to have to come in because these people aren't going to be able to survive. They're going to become obsolete. So they either die or we take care of them. But the truth is there's probably going to be a lot of jobs created by, maintaining and building robots, for a while. And people are going to need
production.
robot repair people.
That's a good idea. Yeah. Hey.
Maybe you need a robot sitter,
That's thinking out the box. Outside the box.
someone to babysit your robot. Because the robots get lonely, I don't know.
We're going to be fucking robots, too, eventually.
Yeah, that's the next thing, right? Isn't that what the next thing was? Like, wasn't the next clip where this guy says we're?
I couldn't find the clip because we just talked about it just before we got on mic, but it was just an article you sent me. It didn't have a video to it, but it says we're gonna be fucking robots.
The Sun. I think that's the Toronto Sun.
Oh, that's really reputable.
No, the Sun
Good
UK.
point.
Sorry, the Sun UK.
That's even more reputable.
I don't know. We'll be having sex with robots in the next 10 years, according to the Sun UK.
I believe that. Remember that video I sent you of that Asian guy fucking like a thing virtually? He had like a dummy in front of him.
He loved it.
VR, and everyone was cheering him on.
And he's doing, and
he was like, oh!
And he's all lost in his own little world there.
Yeah.
And then people are watching him like, holy shit. He's really
and he was
digging
pounding it. He was pounding that plastic dummy.
It was a dummy. It was actually
It wasn't even a full body. It wasn't a full body. Remember, it was like a clear plastic body, and he was like humping it.
It was like like a blow up doll.
It was weird. I like human touch.
Yeah, but you know what?
Call me old fashioned. I like lollipops in my mouth and butter in my ass.
That's true. But no, think about that though. If there's a sexual experience you can have with a robot that you can't even have with another human being.
Well, you can get them to do whatever you want.
Do whatever you want.
So that's like literally you could
look however you want.
Yeah.
You can get a robot with 2 vaginas.
Before we move on to that topic, our guest is here. We should roll our guest in for the rest of the show. Let's try that. Yeah,
roll him in.
I don't want to make him. So let's bring him.
Yeah, Fortery Muscle coming on the show.
Fortery Muscle. We're gonna move on let's take a quick break, get our guest in, and we'll move back into the show.
Yeah,
Sound like a plan?
Shut down.
Shut down for a sec. All right, we'll be right back with our guest and the rest of the show.
All right, we're back on the show with our guest, F.E. Muscle, Fortery Muscle. Paul, he's a fan of the show. Thanks for coming on, buddy.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Love this guy.
Yeah, nice guy.
Great guy. Good, really good support for the show. Always interacting, which is what the rest of the audience should be doing. Take a cue from Fortery Muscle, and also get jacked like this dude. Look how beefy this dude is.
We
Juicy
lose
as fuck.
one jack guy and we replace with another jack.
The pythons on this cat. He's juicy as fuck. So, but tell us about yourself, Paul. Like, you're not originally from Fort Erie.
No, I'm from Scarborough.
Make sure you stay on mic though, bud, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you can get your face on that mic a bit more.
There we go.
Is his light on, Mike?
Yeah, they both should be on. Is that light flashing on you in front of you? The square box.
The square box. Is that light on?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah?
This
Okay.
big thing here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, good. Yeah. So you grew up in Scarborough, and then when did you move to Fort Erie?
Moved to Fort Erie this past November.
Wow. So you're a newcomer to Fort Erie.
To Fort Erie, I moved to Niagara Falls in 2017.
Oh, okay.
So he's been here about 5 years.
So he's been in the Niagara region. He's a Niagara region resident, and now he's really embraced Fort Erie to the point where he's become Fort Erie muscle. He's the one and only Fort Erie. He's the only muscle in Fort Erie that I know of.
Buddy.
Original.
He's the original. That's the first time I've heard anyone say Fort Erie muscle. So
Yeah,
we got a new guy in town.
Yes, it's true. And so you do what? You do personal training?
Yes,
Paul?
yeah. I'm in my 10th year doing that.
10th year. Wow, that's great. So when you started, when did you start training? Like, well, how old were you when you started working out?
Okay, so I'm 30 now, so I probably here and there like 16, 17. I went to school for law, and
Yeah.
I just I started going to the gym more than I was studying the stuff
Hitting
I
the
was
books.
supposed to be. Yeah, and I fell in love with it.
Yeah, working out and just improving the body.
Yeah.
Bodybuilding. So are you more into strength training or are you into bodybuilding?
Oh, I'm a huge fan of bodybuilding.
Yeah.
Bodybuilding historian. I know pretty much every name, every show. I love it.
Who's your favorite? You seem like a Franco Colombo guy to me.
Oh, I love Franco, but my favorite's probably, I think you guys would really like him. His name's Dorian Yates.
Yates? Yeah, I know Yates, bro. Yeah, Dorian Yates.
Yeah, you guys are talking above my head.
Yeah.
Unless you mention Arnold.
I know. Arnold's up there. Then you got Lou Ferrigno, the Incredible
Okay,
Hulk.
yeah, I know Lou.
Okay.
I know Lou Ferrigno.
You've got who's the big boy? What's his
What
name?
about
He was a
Weeder?
cop. He was a cop.
What about Weeder?
Oh,
He's a
Ronnie.
big dude.
Ronnie Coleman.
Ronnie Coleman. Yeah,
Yeah.
big Ronnie Coleman. He was like the biggest cat.
Wasn't he a football player?
Ronnie Coleman? No. He was.
No, he was a cop though.
He was a cop. And he's probably the biggest Olympian I've ever seen. I don't know if I've seen. Well, dude, all these names are escaping me now. It's the
Always
guy from
happens to you.
Vegas who beat him a couple of times.
Jay Cutler.
Jay Cutler, yeah, Jay Cutler. He could compete.
Another football player.
And then there's that guy. The guy I really like right now is Kai Green.
Yeah, Kai Green's a very interesting cat. I met him in Toronto at the TO Pro
Get
in
out.
like 2015, I think.
Get out, eh? Yeah, I've been able to meet some cool bodybuilders from Canada too. Do you know Ben Pokulski?
Oh yeah, I met him too.
Yeah, Ben's actually been contacting me on Instagram. We're doing a little coaching thing, but I actually wanted to wait to do. I was gonna work with Ben because I'm detrained right now, Paul. Okay, we're gonna get into it a bit. I'm detrained. The gym's being shut down. Lost my motivation. All the stress. Honestly, I've been reading about it. I feel exhausted every day. Apparently, my prefrontal cortex, something about my lobe is overwhelmed. There's a whole bunch of other stuff going on. So I'm detrained. I need to get back into my groove.
Yeah, how can we help him out here, Paul?
And yeah, I need to get back into a solid fitness routine. It is a cry for help because I want to be juicy for summer. I want to get juicy.
We got a big event coming in the summer. We got to look good for the event.
We got an event coming up in summer.
I just want to lose 20. That's all.
Should we get Paul to do a pose down on the at the event?
What is this event?
We're doing a charity event.
Feeding
It's in its fetal stages right now, but we booked some dates June 24th.
Ben Bankus is on the docket.
Is Ben
possibly.
still coming? Yeah, possibly. Okay.
Jared Nathan might come to perform. So we got some comedians. We just need to get out there and sell some ticky. And I would imagine, Paul, when you moved to Fort Erie, one of the things was probably on the top of your list was where's a gym? Like where's a good place for me to train? And were you working out at a gym when you first moved here, or did you automatically have that idea like I'm going to build my own gym and it's going to be my own thing?
Yeah, that. I had the idea just when we moved here that I was going to build something small and kind of speakeasy in a way.
Yeah.
Kind of like a really cool little spot that could be affordable for people, affordable for me. But I did need a gym that I could find to work in, that I could kind of, meet new people.
Yeah.
And build a clientele base. So I did start looking for a gym for that purpose.
Right. Just so you can network.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah, so you can go out there.
There's not many gyms in Fort Erie though. There's the one.
Well, there's Absolute.
And
I
the
don't
Y
know,
is not
the
a Y
ain't
anymore.
really-
It's not a Y anymore.
It's not a great gym either at the Y.
But it's not a Y anymore either.
What is it?
I don't even know if they have the gym in there. It's a Boys and Girls Club now.
What's that mean?
It's Boys and Girls Club. I
Can
don't know,
only
it's a
let boys
fucking
and girls
club.
in?
I think it's for kids. Yes.
And they don't need that. They don't need all that hefty gear.
No.
They don't need a squat
I
rack.
think the Absolute might be the only gym in town.
Absolute might be. I don't
Oh,
know.
the Bridgewater.
I like. Have you been to Absolute, the gym at on Jarvis there?
Is that like it's kind of smaller, looks a little old school?
It's old school as fuck. Yeah.
It's near the bank there.
I've driven past it. I've loved to go in. I was under the impression it was closed.
It's probably been closed.
Yeah.
It used to be Fulton's Fitness, and like when I was growing up as a kid, that's where my brother used to train. He would take me to go work out with him, and the equipment there is old as fuck.
I used to work out there when I was younger, like 16 for hockey and stuff. I would go there.
The same equipment at Absolute's equipment that they had at Fulton's, and it's got to be 40, 50 years old.
It's been the same equipment there since my mom used to do fucking step classes upstairs, and I used to do the little daycare with Charlie Blair in the room next door. And that buddy, I was probably like 6.
But it's all like good iron. It's all the stuff you want in a gym. Like it's got everything.
You can't break
want.
iron, pal.
No, it's lasts forever. Their stuff, and it's one of my favorite places to train. Actually, I like gyms that aren't they aren't too pretentious. I like a gym where go to work. Like I like to feel like a garage, like
Rocky.
Yeah, exactly, like Rocky 4. When he's training to beat Ivan Drago.
Yeah. No sparring, no TV, nothing.
You wouldn't be training with Dolph then. You wouldn't be.
No, I wouldn't be in the science lab.
Hooked up to all the machines.
Might get a little of that Winnie in you.
I don't. Yeah, some of the winning. Well, maybe we should get into that now. Okay, but let's
get back into the interview. You want to go into the show, or you want to keep with the interview?
Oh. Okay, yeah.
You want to go in the show? A little bit of both.
I'm so interested in Paul. We were just like, I had all these questions for him.
We've never had this before where we've had the person just jump in.
That's true. That's true. Okay. The next thing is the
chick with the 2 vaginas. Let's get into that. I think that's interesting.
Do you want us to play this robot at the halftime show?
You can play whatever you want. It's awful. I hate these fucking robots. You like playing this shit because you know it upsets me. I fucking hate these robots.
Look at it dance, Mike.
Oh, I know. It's wonderful. It's excellent.
It's part of the marching band.
Oh, I know. He's wonderful.
They made it part of their own.
Congratulations. We're all going to die.
Fucked. Okay.
Hey, can I move this at all? Can I tilt this?
Yeah, you can move the stand. Yeah, just try and move the whole stand if you want.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead. There you go.
There we go.
Just don't break it.
Sweet.
Let's buddy. I know you love shoving these robots down my throat, buddy. And then this Leonardo, he fucking flies. I fucking hate these things.
This thing.
Paul, what's your take on fucking robots?
He flies and skateboards. Yeah.
Do you like robots? Elon Musk, to get back into what we were talking about just before you came in, Elon Musk has created or is creating a humanoid to do simple tasks for us, like
a slave.
Go to the grocery store. Yeah, basically go to the grocery store. He's made them like generic height, 5'8", 125 pounds, could only run 5 miles per hour.
5 miles an hour. They could deadlift 150 pounds.
Which I find weird. Why do they have to deadlift? Maybe your groceries get heavy. I don't know.
Maybe they have to rescue you one day. Maybe you're lying on the ground.
They're not moving very fast to take me wherever I got to go, though.
That's true. They can only carry about 45 pounds, too.
Yeah.
But this is Model 1. This is the first model.
This is what we were talking about. And to me,
this fucking thing skateboard.
I'm not looking. I hate these fucking things.
What do you look? They put all the fucking smoke for effect, like the ambiance.
No, what ambiance? Where are you going where there's smoke blowing on you like
play
that?
Play the fucking Terminator theme music right now.
Yeah, no shit. That's what's coming next. So anyways, they got these robots that'll just do like your regular chores as his idea. And that's how we were talking just before you came in studio. And it's just I don't like it. I'm tired of it. And then he starts mentioning like universal income because these robots are going to take all our fucking jobs.
Yeah. And they're smarter than us. And look, they can run obstacles better than you. Look how well this guy runs an obstacle course.
Yeah, but that's because I'm not in Paul's gym yet. I'll be running that shit in no time.
This is a fucking robot. This is a real robot.
That's a robot dog.
It's a robot. So this is a robot soldier.
But now that you're saying soldier, that's even fucking weirder. Why are you doing that? Why you got to flip it like that?
Because that's what they're going to do with these guys.
Yeah, they're going to be an army of soldiers and they kill us.
Anything that we've decided is too dangerous for human beings or too much of a risk for a human being to do.
Oh, I see that.
We're going to send these fuckers in.
Yeah, until they turn on us.
And be like, we're not your stepping.
But I can't do that yet
anymore
until I get on Paul's program.
that big one's a little more intimidating. Look, or are they both the same size? Why does that one look bigger?
This guy here?
Yeah.
Yeah, he does look a little bigger.
Probably goes to the gym a little more.
He's gone through this obstacle a few more times.
Paul could get him bigger.
Yeah.
Get him on a mass program.
Yeah. So Paul, I want to get back into mass work. I want to get into working out with Paul. I geek out on that shit, right? Okay, so that's maybe enough robot shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's move on to the girl with the 2 vaginas.
Okay, and her name's...
Unless you
her
want to
name's-
skip the girl with the 2 vaginas and just move right onto the smoothies and we do cover the girl with 2 vaginas.
No, because I think this story's fake. And
Okay, hey,
and
bring
if
it up.
it's no good, we'll cut it. But
Bring
I
it.
mean,
So you want, what did I send you? The girl with the 2 vaginas? So
Evelyn,
it's called...
Evelyn Uncovered? Is this the clip you're...
Yeah, that's her. That's her. And she's got uterus didelphys, which is a disease which affects 1 in 3,000 women, apparently.
No way. Maybe she's got 2 uteruses.
She also has 2 uteruses.
But how does she have 2 vaginas?
2 holes. So in the video, which we probably won't get to because
She
it's
gonna
pretty
show
long.
it?
No. So she explains that it's 2 holes divided by like a wall, but the flaps close both. So she has one looking vagina.
One looking vagina.
But 2 holes when you open it up.
So you can like kind of shift to the left or shift to the right.
So what's
depending on
interesting
which-
about her, she used to be a sex worker, okay?
Okay.
And she used her left side for work and her right side for pleasure because, do you want to know why?
It works. It feels better.
Because she was more orgasmic on the right side.
On the right. So she saved the left side for work. So she didn't
Left
want
side was strictly work.
Didn't want to enjoy it.
Well, buddy, work is work. Nobody enjoys work.
Just like use this pocket
Yeah.
that's living in there that doesn't give me any pleasure.
Correct.
I'm just gonna let you use that.
And then she gives her husband
the pleasure one.
The right side. Yeah.
Now I'm curious though, if you got one opening
Mhm.
and the guy's just putting it in, how do you have control over
She
which
must
one
direct
it goes into?
it, buddy. She obviously
kind of
directs it.
like shimmies to the one side.
It'd be nice to get her on the show because these would be very good questions for her.
Well, where are we with that?
What's in the works?
So could she have like could she have like a kid in one uterus and another kid in another
Okay,
uterus?
you're asking someone that is a slight expert on this now because I've done so much research on it the last
That's why
couple
I'm
days.
asking you.
Okay,
Yeah.
because there's the 2 uteruses, there's not enough room in there. Could she get pregnant on both holes? Yes,
Right.
that is correct, but there wouldn't be enough room, so there'd be complications. So what she does is when she knows with her husband, she gets pregnant on the right side because her husband gets the good pussy.
Right. Gets the right side.
Yeah,
pussy.
gets the right side pussy.
Yeah.
Gets the right side hole.
Yeah.
That side can get pregnant, and she's had a kid. And if you
Oh.
go to her Twitter page,
Yeah.
there's photos of her being pregnant, and they're going to be having another one. I'm sure there was issues. I think it came early because there's not enough room in there because of the second uterus pushing in there.
I wonder if the kid's being born on the right hole is a little more right wing.
Damn, you guys get really in depth with this stuff.
You watch the show, no? This interests us.
Imagine she got pregnant on the left side. Then hubby knows something's up.
Well, that's funny you mentioned that. She did get pregnant and had an abortion at a young age. That's when she found out
She had 2 vaginas.
she had 2 vaginas because they did the surgery. She had something with her period. Like, I'm ruining this whole video. Fuck the video. Just ask me.
Okay.
So she went.
She's pointing to it.
2 fingers too.
Yeah.
Cute looking girl. Like, she hot. She got big old titties. Don't be fooled by that shirt.
Oh yeah, she got 4
Oh,
tits.
buddy, go to no 3.
3. like in Total
Yeah,
Recall.
exactly.
Now that'd be something.
That reminds me of the extra nipple in Mallrats.
It ended up being a piece of gum.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Maybe you
That's
might be
how
right
she got
on
her
this.
psychic powers. maybe there's something magical about a dual vagina woman. Like maybe that's a unicorn.
Oh, buddy. Well, 1 in 3,000 seems low to me, though, right? Like,
1
that
in
seems
3,000
2,000.
seems high.
Yeah,
Like,
that,
no,
does,
like,
that seems higher than I would expect.
Yeah, that means there's a lot of chicks with
No,
2
that's
vaginas
what I'm
out
saying.
there.
That's a low number of percentage that more girls should be having it. I'm sorry, I'm flipping it the other way.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's more
I'm saying
girls
I'm surprised none of you. Have you ran into one? I've never. Have you?
Never.
But you might have and not
known it.
She would have just given you
because
the
it
left
looks
side
like a normal vagina.
or the right side, depending on the girl.
But now I've heard that it would stand to reason that if women could be born with 2 vaginas, men would be born with 2 penises.
Too many dicks on the dance floor. Too many dicks.
2
Any
members.
guys out there with 2 dicks, contact us now.
I might scour Pornhub for a 2-cock guy now, just to see if it exists.
We're putting the calling out. I would like to come in and I would like to see that. I'm not gay, but I would like to see 2 dicks on a dude.
I would like to see a woman with 2 vaginas fuck a guy with 2 dicks.
That's the end game, no?
I think that's a producer's. That's what they should be focused on, is finding that movie to make, you know?
You guys got to get a waterbed going in here.
We're getting close. We're getting close to just doing straight
I like
up porn
Paul
on the
this
show.
third mic.
He's good.
I like how you preface it with, I'm not gay, but I'd like to see the two dicks.
You have to say that now.
You do, yeah.
You do.
I appreciate it.
Not that
You
there's
do.
anything wrong with it.
No.
No, but if there was, if there was a circus sideshow act where the guy with two cocks, I'd probably check it out. I mean,
they should meet like on Match.com or something, man. That's fucked up.
They should have their own app. The dual
1 in 3,000 seems crazy
the
to me.
dualies. That seems a lot.
Crazy. Of course, she's plugging. I've checked it out. Her pictures are hot, dude.
Is she really
she's hot? She's really hot.
Is she really uncovered?
She's full nude, but you don't see the vajay. No
You don't
vajay.
see
You
no
don't see the W. You don't even get a peek of one.
Because she knows that's the
the money
shot.
maker. That's how she gets you on the OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, she's on OnlyFans.
Yeah, she's an OnlyFans girl.
I see.
She's got out of the street. She's doing it on her bed sheets at home.
God.
I was trying to make a rhyme there, but it didn't work very well. Out of the streets on the sheets at home.
She's got one clitoris though.
That I don't know. See, I when I was delving into it, I don't know. I don't know that part. They didn't. The pleasure only. She said she was more orgasmic on the right, so that's possible that she comes on the left too. I don't know.
Maybe she's got
This is all
another.
new to me too.
Maybe she's got a second clitoris, but it's in the back of her throat.
Well, there it is, you little bugger. There it is.
I've seen a movie like that.
There was
once.
a movie once about that. And that might be the inspiration. I don't know. That's interesting. Is that? Should we play more of this clip or?
It's up to you.
We kind of covered it.
Oh yeah. I mean, we covered the parts that I wanted to cover.
I want to see people fucking like their electrical outlets.
But she like I said, so she had the surgery, and that's how she found out, because she didn't know any better that she had two holes until they opened her up.
I wonder if she was excited at the idea, or was she like bummed out? You know,
I'm confused. So, how does it? And I think she goes on, and not in this video because I watched several of them, but there was one where she talked about like if a guy has a hook, she uses the one hole as opposed to the other. There was a bunch of breakdowns, and I think you might be right. I'm not sure if this is 100% real, but I was very interested. I watched like at least 2 hours of shit on
some
this.
dudes hooked to the right.
That's a lot of interest.
Yeah, I mean, you got the info on this topic.
Yeah, Mike is an expert now.
No, I'm not an expert. I'm what I got learned on it a little bit.
You know what? You should take Sue Johansson's mantle
Buddy,
as the sex
I
show
would
guy.
love to get Sue Johansson, but she's retired. I've messaged
We've
her
tried.
peoples. Yeah, and
We've tried.
She's retired.
She's not open to doing interviews.
No response. Yeah. No.
You got to get on the two dick research.
Yeah. Well, we put a calling out, guys. Listen.
Listen. If you have multiple cocks, call in.
Any guys with two baby arms clutching apples.
That would be, buddy. That's too much. I would assume one's bigger than the other. I'm just gonna say.
You think if a guy was born with two cocks, they would have to be not like as big, maybe, but maybe he's got like he was just genetically.
He could clench both of them with a rubber band and put it all in as one.
Dude, that's as girthy as you can get.
Or I mean, if
that sounds excruciating.
Yeah, we'll put a cock ring around it, so you don't have to use a rubber band, a cock band. I'm sorry.
They could do double penetration without having another guy there.
Yeah, that guy's a hero.
He really is.
No wonder no one listens to us.
I don't know about no one. Paul listens to the show.
I
do. Like the nicest guy in the world.
Paul does seem really nice, and he's very funny. He is. All right, let's move on to the next topic, which kind of lays into this. So we got this chick who does cum smoothies.
We started off the show really wholesome with the robots, and then
and
we
get grimy.
Now
we got a fucking problem.
Now that Paul's on the show.
This cum smoothie chick, she's basically a health nut by the sounds of it. But she's cute too. Yeah, that's her.
So that's her protein shake.
Yeah.
Paul.
So her protein shake is cum smoothies.
Okay.
But she also says like she
fights coronavirus.
She says it boosts your immunity. That's the idea. She created this video to help people. So if you Mike, you want to move to the 28-second mark, because all the first 28 seconds is fucking her plugging shit. She's hot though. She stockpiles semen. That's all you're missing there, guy. You're good. So she puts it like it's to boost your immunity. She
says. Is that
says.
an ice cube trays?
Yeah. Buddy, she's got a website and everything for this shit. She's not fucking around.
Oh, she could get a lot of semen out of me, I bet. Imagine your chick tells you, hey, I'm trying this new diet, okay? And I need you to ejaculate.
Gurgle.
I need you to ejaculate into a fucking ice cube tray for like a week.
A week?
I would do it.
How many loads can you drop a day? I could probably fill one ice cube.
I could probably 3 in a day.
I could probably fill one ice cube holder thing a day.
I drop heavy loads, so I probably fill a whole ice cube in one row.
Really?
Yeah, shooting ropes like Peter North.
Start your own eggnog company.
Sometimes it's hard to turn the hose off, I guess.
You're laughing, but she's doing this as a public service. She's saying you need help to help boost your immunity, guy. I'm not going to eat them, but...
Can you imagine accidentally putting one of those in your drink?
Oh, she blends them up.
Very knowledgeable.
It's suitable for
vegans.
Vegan friendly. Even
Oh
though
my
it's an animal product, Bo.
But wait a minute. What happens if the guy eats meat, though?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Buddy.
Is it taint? Like, has it been tainted at that point?
I don't know. Like, these are good questions for this chick.
It's passed through the
I'm going to
system.
go to her website. I'm not going to lie to you. I should have done that earlier. But...
She looks very healthy.
Oh, yeah. She gives health tips after this, which I think are
very healthy.
Yeah, she looks really smart. Vitamin. I like that.
Vitamin.
Buddy, girls, like,
Buddy,
cum makes you sleep better. It makes you happier. This chick is like an advocate for dudes.
Dude, I love this girl, and I think I want to spread her message.
Yeah, we're doing it right now.
I mean, that's the thing. Like, I think this is brilliant.
But she gives options if you don't like cum. She does. She gives Yeah, it comes up. It's coming up soon. She gives options if you don't like cum.
Dude.
That's what you need.
Stockpiling it.
I'll help her stockpile.
A male associate, so she'll just get like a dude that she knows off the street. Hey,
that's what it sounds like. Yeah,
do me a solid.
But they have to be healthy and fit. She's very particular.
Really?
Yeah, she says that she's particular on health and fit.
Paul, your semen probably goes into.
I'm signing up.
Dude, she wants it.
This is what I like about her. So if you don't want to eat cum,
if you think but if you think all that shit she just named off was gross, eat cum.
Yeah,
and then it'll be fine. You don't need broccoli. You don't need oranges. But
buddy, isn't that a nice option though? You can have all these delicious things.
Or cum.
I like how she recognizes the fact that eating the cum is a niche idea. Here's some alternatives if you're not into that.
Right.
It's not for everyone.
If it's too much. She said if it was too much for you.
Putting semen in ice cube trays and freezing it and then consuming it in smoothies. Not for everyone.
Thank you for that. That's good.
You mean everybody doesn't do that?
I think she thinks they should. I think she thinks they believe they should.
Definitely. You don't want to go any further. She just gives basically hygiene tips. You're done here, bud. Trust me. She goes on to some other bullshit at the end. But anyways, so what do you think of that, Paul? the fruits that she's doing a good thing though, right? Like she's saying, hey, boost your immunity. That's how you fight off all diseases and viruses, correct? Correct?
Yeah.
You're a personal trainer. Like you're a healthy dude. No?
Yeah.
Well, I'd like to think so. Yeah. I'm all for embracing niche ideas.
Are you going to try putting this on your wife?
No.
No? Not going to try and convince her?
No.
Baby, you need a load a day.
But oddly enough, the thing is, his would be vegan because from what I know from you in the pre-interview we did about a week ago, he said he only eats one meal a day and he's a vegetarian and he fasts for 22 hours minimum.
Can we go through that conversation?
You want me to read this?
It's
Okay,
fucking
here we
hilarious.
go. Let's go through this.
I thought this was really funny, Paul.
Let me pull this up here quickly. I got let me hear. I got oh, there we go.
So
Okay.
you asked Paul to give us a little
I
insight
just said,
about him.
I said to Paul, I said,
background.
hey, you're a personal trainer. You own your own gym.
That's what we call pre-interview.
Anything else? He says, personal trainer for 11 years or so. Worked out at LA Fitness, World Gym, Anytime Fitness. Grew up in Toronto, 26 years. Moved to Niagara 5 years ago, which we covered. Moved to Fort Erie last November. Most usually get a kick out of me being a vegetarian that eats once a day. Fast for no less than 21 to 22 hours a day.
That's awesome.
Listen to nothing but metal for the first half of my life. Had my hair down to my knees. Now I listen literally to nothing other than Asian pop. I get my my heaviest lifts while listening to chicks singing about cherry kiss.
Buddy, I love that.
And it was excellent. That's what we needed.
Awesome. I never thought about listening to K-pop during my workouts. Maybe it gives me a better pump. Are you saying that this is a technique that works?
Oh man, you'll have no choice if you come to work out with me. That's all I play, man.
You play K-pop.
Dude, that is all I play.
That's crazy.
That's all I listen to. Since like 2009, I've been all in obsessed.
Yeah. What is it about the K-pop? Is it the hot little Korean girls running around?
Well, yeah, the huge part of it is like I think in 9th grade, I just like 8th, 9th grade, I got bit by the bug like big time. I've only ever dated Asian chicks in my life ever.
Wow.
Is your wife Asian?
Oh yeah, she's Chinese.
Oh, hey.
Look how excited he got to
did,
announce that his wife was Chinese.
Oh yeah, I'm proud of that.
It is. You should be, because not all white men get the Asian girls. Sometimes, once in a while, but very few Asian girls in my repertoire. Yeah. Very few. Not by choice.
Hey man, well, you would know, like North York. So like I went to...
Yeah, it's all Asians there.
I went to Victoria Park. So Victoria Park in Eglinton. Like as a white guy, I was the minority.
Yeah.
So it was like, it was perfect, man. I was like in my element.
I live right by Vic Park in Eglinton. I'm not far. I'm like Don Mills in Eglinton.
I'm like, okay, so I lived off of Sloan Boulevard.
Okay.
But it's, basically VP in Eglinton, Victoria Terrace there. That's the good life I went to, and everywhere around there.
That's crazy. So, yeah, a lot of Asians in Toronto, lots to choose from. And that's great. You have an Asian fetish. Or not a fetish, but like you have a proclivity.
Yeah.
You like the Asian girls.
Yes, definitely inclined that way.
Now, can you tell the difference between like Asian, like a Chinese versus a Japanese or a Korean girl?
Yeah, like 90% of the time at least.
90, you can guess the Asian.
Usually.
He's an Asian expert.
I'm not good at guessing the Asian.
Me neither.
Not me either.
And I've my back history of working where I worked, and like I would be amongst lots of them.
Yeah.
And I still can't. I'm not very good at it.
And so, in your expert opinion, what's the hottest Asian? Chinese, Korean?
Well, he's got to say Chinese now, but let's pretend quickly. Just wink. Is it Japanese?
I like to, because the Japanese pornos I see, because they have this weird thing where they blur out the private parts and Japanese
it
porno.
is. Yeah,
that's this weird thing.
That's always been weird.
But they have some of the hottest fucking women, like with giant tits. The Japanese women have giant tits.
They're not natural, you think, or I think they get
they look
implants.
natural to me.
I think biologically they don't grow normally.
No,
they're smaller people in general, but there are like it does happen naturally, but it's like
I mean, girls can have 2 vaginas too. I mean, come on. Big tits can happen.
Anything's possible.
Yeah, anything's possible nowadays. I'm going to start listening to K-pop at the fucking gym. I'm going to try that out.
Man,
see if that gets me rock hard.
Man, it's
well, my muscles rock hard, Mike.
It's a proven testosterone booster, man.
Proven
with the K-pop. Yeah, well, hey man, I'm sitting here right in front of you,
dude. Well,
that's all I listen to.
I told Mike this, and I'm going to tell it to your face. I looked at your photos, and I said, I don't know if this guy's natural. He doesn't look all natural. I
disagreed.
Well, we actually looked at a couple of expert opinions. Some people said looks like, but then some people said no, it looks pretty natural.
We asked
physique.
a few people, and they were like, I don't know.
So in your longevity, like 11 years of training, have you ever taken a PED?
Winnie, you getting that Winnie?
No,
not once.
Not a one.
Never been tempted?
No. The closest I've ever gotten to it was I went to a doctor back in 2014, 2015. He was my family doctor. I went to him because I was like burnt out at like 11 a.m. every day.
Yeah.
And he was baffled by it. He was like, he took a testosterone test of mine, and he said, you're like if there was a like lower than the bottom of the barrel, you'd be there. So I said,
wow.
okay,
So your like natural levels were really depleted.
crazy low.
Yeah.
And he
Is that because your regimen though, your diet, and you're only?
Well, I wasn't even
eating?
fasting then.
Oh, okay.
But he had one of those little training doctors in there or nurses too, and he was looking at her being like, but look at him, like how does this happen? And so long story short,
she liked what she saw.
Well, you see the muscle, you see the build on this guy, and you're like, there's no way he's got low test. But it's true. Many men have low test and they don't realize it. So go on. Sorry, Paul.
I think it was personally, I think it was all the cardiovascular activity I was doing at the time, which was upwards of like 2 hours a day.
Oh,
like it was like I was constantly walking, constantly moving, and cardiovascular activity that's been proven to lower testosterone.
Is that true?
Well,
yes.
it's catabolic, right?
That too.
It's not anabolic.
So I shouldn't be walking every day, or you're saying like high intense?
You can do sprints, yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, you could do that, or you can go for a walk. Like, there's nothing wrong with that.
Like a 10-minute walk is good for the blood. Yeah, it's good.
What about
for
a 30-minute walk?
I was walking for like 3 hours every day.
Fuck.
Like
yeah.
I don't even have time for that.
No, that's the point. It's like you see the physique of a marathon runner versus like an Olympic 100-meter sprinter.
Yeah.
And 100-meter guys are jacked and lean and look ripped, and the marathon runners look emaciated, right?
Yeah.
Well, long story short, he prescribed me TRT, so testosterone replacement therapy. Yeah, just in the rear end. But he was really.
So you have done PDs.
Well, the thing is like, I mean,
you're getting a physiological dose though.
For any bodybuilder, anybody inclined that's listening, he gave me 0.5, I think, cc's, which is like everyone I talked to back then was like, that's literally gonna do nothing but give you like a sore ass. So I did it for 2 or 3 weeks and I stopped because some of the shots you wouldn't even feel like they were going in.
Yeah.
And some of them it would feel like I got shot. And
so
I'd be
it gave you a
limping out of
sore
there.
ass. It gave you a sore ass.
Yeah, I'd be limping out of there.
Well, it's right in the muscle there, right?
Yeah, it's right in the glute.
That ass muscle.
Yeah, but you're probably but did you end up getting tested again and get your test levels back up?
No, I just dropped it. What brought my testosterone back up was I started eating at the time 12 to 36 eggs a day.
12 to 36 eggs a day.
A day.
Wow.
And everything, the magic's in the yolk.
The magic's in the good fats.
Yep.
Maybe you were low on essential fatty acids and stuff like that, right? Like, because they say that the fat is the building block, especially cholesterol, is the building block of all hormone in our body.
Yeah, you just nailed it. And I was missing that because I was eating nothing but egg whites.
Right.
For years and years.
Yeah, because you
and
thought
years.
that's a leaner. I'm just going to get all this protein in me. I don't need the good fats.
Yeah, you nailed it.
Yeah.
And so when I finally bit the bullet and started accepting the fact that like, okay, well, I got to reintroduce some healthy fats back into my diet, my testosterone, or at least I didn't get another test, but my energy levels started spiking back up. Like now I feel fine. And
That's
I haven't
great.
eaten since, 6 p.m. last night.
And so when did you start the intermittent? Yeah, well, honestly, intermittent fasting is something I do. I don't do the one meal a day. I try.
That's
probably
hardcore, guy. He's doing one meal with no meat either.
Yeah, that's also.
I love meat.
The one thing about like what he does.
By the way, I'm not gay.
Gotta preface that. Yeah. But no, that's the one thing that everything else you do, I'm like, I understand. The veganism thing, don't quite get yet. I still don't think you can get a good protein stack from a vegan diet. You obviously take supplements though, right?
Well, I'm not a vegan. I'm just vegetarian. So I still eat eggs.
Oh, you still eat eggs?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, because I definitely think but you won't eat tuna or anything like that?
No.
Chicken, nothing?
No fish.
No fish.
So do you eat a lot of beans
Damn, I love
for your
fish.
protein?
I used to love beans, but then they started giving me gnarly trapped gas.
You got to be careful with that too.
I
That
know.
chick ended up in the hospital from eating too many black beans.
We had a chick,
Really?
Yeah, we talked about a chick who was canning her. She was jarring her farts for money.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And so she ate all these beans and she got so much gas that she had to go to the hospital.
That's like some nightmare fuel for me, man.
Oh, dude, I've had that too. I've had the gas trap pains and it's brutal.
Yeah, it'll
Never
take you
had
to your
that.
knees. It's terrible.
Yeah, and then sometimes if it's in the upper chest, you feel like you're having a heart attack or something.
Yeah, that or you got to like force vomit almost to just get rid of it.
Yeah, yeah. So do you still prescribe the vegetarian diet though?
Prescribe.
Is it because if you were to get someone who's coming to you for training and they want a diet program, are you basing your vegetarian diet based on that this is what's going to give me the best performance, or I just don't like eating meat?
Oh yeah, that's just a personal thing, man.
Yeah.
Like 95% of the people that I train eat meat.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So will they get bigger gains because they're eating meat, in your opinion?
Potentially. I mean, I gotta say no, because I mean the most biological available source of protein is the egg. So I mean, like, as long as you're eating enough eggs, that's the number one thing I prescribe to people.
So you still eat 36 eggs a day?
No, I can't do that on the fasting. I eat like minimum 6 a day.
6 a day.
Yeah.
So you have one big meal a day.
Yep.
What time do you eat that at?
That usually I'll hit that around like between 4:30 and 5.
4:35. So you go most of the
PM.
PM.
You go most of the day without eating.
Yeah.
And in the mornings for me, when I do intermittent fasting, but my mornings are easy. It's the cutoff. It's stopping eating for me is the toughest thing. So I think with you though, I'm picturing that you at 4:30 are eating a massive amount of calories, like 2,000 calories.
Like, do you eat for two hours straight?
No. I don't get too militant with it, but like I'll keep it within like an hour or so. And I eat until I'm full for the most part. But because you're not eating as consistently, the stomach capacity shrinks.
Yeah.
So a lot of people think like, oh, well, you're just eating breakfast, lunch, and dinner in one shot. And you physically, you can't. Like you'll vomit. Like you can't eat that much.
You can't eat that much food, yeah.
Back when I ate 2 to 3 or 3 to 4 times a day, I ate way more at dinner. Just because my stomach was primed for that.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, because exactly. Well, they tell people if you're going into an eating contest, don't fast before the thing.
They actually tell you in the Bible that you should have a bigger breakfast than a smaller dinner. Just saying.
Well, it's break the fast, man.
Breakfast was always breaking your fast. But now like a lot of research has shown though, it's really good for your insulin response. It's really good for your hormonal levels.
What, fasting?
Fasting, yeah.
Oh, the number one thing that drove me to it. Oh, good for what?
Good for your cells.
Oh, yeah. Well,
good cell rejuvenation, apparently. No, the cells get to a point where
you said something else.
If they're deprived of food. Anyways, go on. Sorry, Paul.
Oh, well, the thing that drove me to it was the fact that it's, I mean, they're never going to really greenlight this for human beings, but it's more or less, it is the anti-carcinogenic diet.
Yeah.
So what fuels cancer cells? Glucose, so carbs.
Glucose, yeah.
So a lot of these cancer patients now, they're more or less taking them and feeding them like BCAAs, branched chain amino acids, via like either injection or they just like drink them. And I mean, they're trying to keep carbohydrates and sugars away from cancer cells. They did a few tests on, I guess, rats or gerbils or something.
Yeah.
And basically they monitored the cancer cells, and they, over time, while they had these animals under a fast, the cancer cells like eradicated. They destroyed themselves.
That's pretty wild.
That's fucking awesome.
They starved the cancer cells.
Well, I actually think like if you look at like how we evolved as early hominids, it was more likely that we had one big meal a day. Like we probably spent most of the day hunting and looking for food, and then we'd have a feast. We'd eat one meal, and that would probably sustain us. I think our metabolism, this idea where we have a constant food access all the time, it's not how our metabolism's supposed to work.
I love food.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. I mean, there's food in gyms now, like at least protein bars. Like there's just food at like the easiest convenience, and what you pretty much just.
But
nailed
everybody
it.
relates everything to food though. Like, oh, you did good at this. Let's have a big dinner. Like, you get your confirmation, you get your first communion, all this bullshit. Like,
it's a super social thing.
Yeah, it's social. And
that's why I drink.
It's one of the simple pleasures in life. It's one of the simple pleasures, right?
And people base their entire day around food.
What we're gonna eat.
It's breakfast time. It's lunch time.
Do you have kids, Paul?
I don't.
No. So you're absolutely right though. Like we base, like me and my wife, oh my God, what are we going to do for lunch? Oh my God, what are we doing? It's actually stressful sometimes, especially if you have a picky eater, which I have one that won't eat fuck all. She probably do good on your diet of eating one meal a day. But like, it's just so stressful, like thinking about the meals, like, oh my God, we're thinking about lunch, we're thinking about dinner, and it's 8 a.m.
Yeah.
And we're already trying to plan like the meal that's coming up next. Oh, do we have lunch ready for them? Oh my God, what are we going to do for lunch? You got to go grocery shop. It's just a fucking pain in the dick.
Well, yeah.
I kind of like this idea. Maybe I'm going to switch and then just get everyone on the I need to get on his program. We need to get up in his fucking gym.
We need to get in the gym, Paul.
How do we get access? Can we get access now that we're like comrades? How do we get access to this fucking gym?
We can definitely talk about that. Absolutely. I'm 13 minutes away.
So. That's cool. Well, you might actually be closer to where his mom's place is at.
Yeah,
when he comes down to visit his mom.
I took Dominion the entire way here.
So did I. Where's your gym?
It's like, do you know where Old Fort Erie is?
Yeah.
Like,
that's where my mom lives.
You could literally like walk to the Old Fort in 30 seconds.
Oh my God, I got a rental property
So
down
I'm
there.
like right down by the Niagara Boulevard at my mom's place.
Yeah, that's like right where I'm
like
at, man.
just past Happy Jack's area.
Oh,
there.
buddy,
Yeah.
this is like a what do the Jewish people say? Mishka?
It's a mitzvah.
Whatever.
A
it is, I
mitzvah.
don't know, I'm not
It's a
Jewish.
mitzvah. No, but I agree. Like the reason I gained some weight, Paul, during this whole pandemic, I want to give some excuses to why I'm such a flabby. like Hans and Franz.
Well, the gyms are closed.
You flabby. You're so flabby. So no, the gyms are closed. But also, like you talk about food. One of the things, the only thing I had to look forward to that during the day sometimes was, what am I going to order on Uber Eats? And like, I would, because Uber Eats, I feel like I'm at a resort. Like I can order, like I can get tacos, I can get
But
burger.
I've seen some of the meals. If what you're eating is what you're eating on your posting, this guy's eating fucking like Fruity Pebbles. He's eating the whole fucking pizza, Oreos. I think he puts the Oreos on the fucking pizza.
Man, when you go vegetarian, sugar is your new protein.
Sugars, yeah. Like,
man, I love sugar.
I see some of his posts and I'm like,
he's a sugar eater.
This guy is fucking eating trash.
I don't deny any of that, man.
Do you kind of have a caloric mark in your head and what you want to hit, or no?
No, not at all.
Like, you don't even monitor your calories.
All that stuff is like way too stressful, man.
So but he's only eating like one meal. How high do you think he could hit in one meal?
I think he could probably. Well, it depends on the food you eat.
But his stomach's so small. So say he had chicken wings, he's probably going to be able to accumulate maybe 6.
Oh, he could eat more than 6 wings, I bet.
Not if your stomach's small enough, guy.
But each wing is 100 calories.
600 calories.
That's
and then he eats a whole medium pie with Oreos on it.
Oreos have a shit ton of calories. You can eat a fuck ton. You could probably take a box of Oreos, put it in a blender, add some milk, and drink about 3,000 calories easily.
Oh yeah, that goes down like water.
Yeah, it goes down like water, and like it's literally just loaded with calories. But yeah, so you don't really pay attention to how many calories or protein you eat.
I haven't weighed myself since I think 2005.
Wow, so you just you just go to the mirror test.
Yes.
How my cuts looking? How's the body looking?
Nobody cares about what I weigh, so why should I?
Right. That's true. That's true.
That's actually a good take.
I got the scale because I was noticing that like all of a sudden I would look in the mirror and be like, holy fuck, I gained like 15 pounds or something. Like I would see it in the mirror. But I don't know, like I felt like if I had kept an eye on my weight, I could like kind of start like, changing course.
Yeah.
That was my whole thing, was just like, it depends on how overweight you are. If you're like in his shape, you notice pretty quickly when you're getting a little softer or you're losing definition. But if you're not in like great shape, it's hard to sometimes tell. Like if you're pretty overweight, you're 30 pounds overweight. You're not going to know as much of a difference if you're 40 pounds overweight versus 30 pounds overweight.
I think 30
in the
40
mirror
is a pretty big jump.
Not in the mirror though. In the mirror, it doesn't look as different.
10 pounds is a lot of fat, man.
It's a lot, but not for someone who's already quite
okay.
Overweight.
I think if you gained the 10 pounds like overnight, you would notice like the next day. But you look at you
gradually,
every day.
Yeah,
right.
Gradually, yeah.
It would probably take me a few weeks to gain 10 pounds. A few weeks, I could probably gain 10 pounds. I'm what they call an easy gainer. I'm not a hard gainer.
Oh, same.
I can gain weight easy.
Same.
Me too. Who gains weight hard? Oh, I actually know.
No, some people are hard gainers, man. Like you look at our friend Cody, who was on the show last week.
Yeah.
He's a hard gainer. That guy eats like shit, and he's got but he's got no muscle tone on him either. He's got like...
He's a skinny dude. He looks like one of those runners. Guy. Yeah, he's a skinny dude.
He's probably an ectomorph.
He looks fit, but...
Super high metabolism, probably.
Yeah, probably. Extremely.
Yeah.
His mom and his dad are very thin too, though. His brother's thin.
High test will get you that, though. If you have a high testosterone level, but usually if you have high test, you have more muscle, lean tissue. You have a bigger physique.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that'll increase your metabolism also.
Yep.
So he's probably like, I'm looking at Fort Erie muscle right here. You're probably around, I'm going to say 10% body fat.
Oh,
you don't even know?
I have no idea, man.
The guy doesn't care. He just looks.
And
looks good.
And how much do you weigh? What do you weigh now?
No idea.
No idea.
Man, I haven't weighed myself. Like I've had.
Let's see how good our guess is. You want to stand up?
How do you monitor your progress? How do you monitor like how much progress you're making? Like how much you lift, how much stronger you're getting, or
that in the mirror?
The mirror.
Yeah.
Do you ever measure your like body parts, like your biceps or anything like that?
No.
No, eh? Just go by the mirror.
Yeah, man. Super. I mean, the brilliance is in the simplicity.
I like that, and I think so. For you, it's not. You don't want to bog down your training with all these things like details. Do I have to get my calories? Do I do this and that? You just you enjoy working out so much. You enjoy the process of it so much. that it's like that just like kind of takes away from it. Is that what it is?
Yeah, you pretty much nailed it, man. Like when I was younger, I was super, super thin. And in Toronto, actually in that area I was describing, I actually got hit by a car when I was 7 years old.
Holy shit.
It broke my leg in 3 places. And when you're sitting in like sick kids hospital in like 1997, there wasn't this health kick that we have now. So I was looking at like Shopsy's hot dogs 3 to 4 times a day.
Holy shit.
So I
Jello and and all this other,
So I gained a ton of weight.
Yeah.
And it was just, it was a matter of like, I got super self-conscious about what I weighed, and I would, at the end of every day, I'd be having a great day, and then you go to weigh yourself, and I'd see something I inevitably didn't like, and my day was shot from that point on. So why would I keep letting this number dictate how I was going through my days?
I like that.
I got this theory. I think me and you have discussed this before.
Okay.
That if you start at a young age working out, it's easier to not maintain, but it almost remembers it, like it was easier for you know what I'm talking about, right?
No. Your body, I think if you were building, like once you're developing,
if you started in high school and worked out, you were like, really into it for like 3-4 years, and then you took some time off.
Your body would probably remember it better. But I think
you're more fit. I feel like if you start at a younger age, you're more. I know that sounds stupid because you would continue it. It makes more sense. I'm not sure if I'm explaining myself correctly.
Muscle memory, man.
Muscle memory is a thing, and it happens probably at any time in your life. But I think critically, when you're developing as a teenager into a man, your hormone levels are gaining and all these different things.
You get bigger gains. This is what I'm getting at.
Your body physiologically is growing. If you are putting on muscle and putting, that kind of, your body through that kind of load, that kind of work, your body's starting to adjust to it. That's what your body adjusts to the workouts, right? But I think if you put on more lean mass when you're younger, I think your structure gets bigger because of it. Like your body, like your shoulders might get broader. Your body becomes more an athletic build, and then I also think your hormonal levels are probably better for the rest of your life. So your baselines are probably better.
Yeah, like I'm saying, like if you work out when you're younger, I think you're going to see better results obviously as opposed to when you're older. But I think if you build that core when you're younger, it's going to be easier when you get older.
Well,
yeah, I'd agree with that. Yeah.
Because I got friends that used to work out in high school and they still look good and they don't really work out all that much now.
It's almost like it's ingrained in them now.
Yeah, that's what it is. Like they look
kind of wrote the blueprint.
They grew taller. They grew more muscular. They just look more manly.
Well, like even Schwarzenegger's a good example of that. Like he almost he's in no condition compared to what he used to look like.
Right.
But
he still looks good.
Yeah, he almost he's just going to carry that for life.
And
that's what I'm getting.
He had very good genetics too, though. He had very good genetics, Arnold. Like some of the best genetics.
I mean, he's probably eating the best food you can get as well. Too.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
He ain't eating one meal a day.
But no, I don't think he'd ever be on that drift.
Back then, they had a body build, like they're not as cut as the guys today.
Yeah, because they were probably eating pasta.
They were eating shit tons of calories. Yeah, they were eating lots of protein,
carbs,
like pounds and pounds of meat. Yeah, every day.
Then the drugs were in their infancy back then. So like now it's like you got guys taking drugs that are meant for like bulls. They're like veteran use or veterinary use.
I want that bull drug. Inject it right into my dick.
Most likely kill you.
Well, you know what's interesting, and someone brought this
somebody.
up. Someone brought this up, is that like women who take steroids, their clitoris gets bigger.
Yeah.
So it would stand to reason. It stand to reason that guys who take juice, their dicks would get bigger.
Doesn't happen though, does it?
Some people say that it does.
Interesting. How you get me on?
Depends on how fucking much drugs I think you use. I think the girls that their clits get bigger, they're on steroids for like a long time.
For life.
Well, you're injecting a male hormone into a female.
Yeah.
So it's going to happen. And the issue with the males is you're injecting male hormones, testosterone. Every steroid is a derivative of testosterone.
Right.
So when I'm injecting testosterone into my body, so my natural levels go, oh, he's giving that to us now from an external source. So let's slow down our production.
Natural production, yeah.
Yeah, because it's coming in synthetically now. But then when these guys just stop and they jump off the gear, I mean, then it's hard to raise that natural production back up.
Well, the body's constantly always trying to find an equilibrium. Like every time you introduce more testosterone, the body also introduces more estrogen.
That's right.
Right? So it's trying to find that balance. And yeah, you could really, if you don't know what you're doing with PEDs or any hormonal therapy, you got to be careful because you can really fuck your shit up. But like with a doctor and, to getting regular tests to see your baselines, like TRT is a good one because it only gets you to your like physiological limit. Yes. It only it doesn't go past that. So your body's not like overcompensating and you're not going to get like crazy jacked, but you're going to feel awesome all the time probably.
You would
if you're
notice the
hormone levels-
difference.
Yeah, you would notice the difference, yeah. I think most men are probably testosterone lower in test than they should be.
Oh, easily.
I'm
easily.
on that. I'm on that, I think.
100% you are. What
Yes.
happened there?
The battery probably died on that light guy.
Oh,
We're running a little bit hot.
Notice the difference. And this one.
Yeah.
I told
they were
you.
100% though. They were a hundy.
Yeah,
That
well,
is
that's
it
what
is.
happens with batteries. Okay, we should. Are we close to wrapping up the show? Or do we have any?
Well, do we want to do the game? You want to try the game?
Oh, let's try the game. Let's try the game.
Well, Jared, we'll play the game, then we'll let him plug his shit. And but this was a lot of information to take in. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I can't wait to get into the gym with Paul, and he's going to get me onto a
Yeah,
a
well,
training
buddy,
program.
it sounds like you guys are like in the vicinity of like 3 minutes of each other.
Yeah, you could if you're talking about what'd you say, Happy Jacks?
Yeah, not far from Happy Jacks.
Like I could walk there in less than 10 minutes.
Perfect,
buddy,
dude.
that's a good exercise to get the heart moving too.
Perfect,
right?
dude. Yeah, when
It's a
I'm
warm-up.
when I'm in town here, that's when I'm going to train with Paul.
There you go.
So how's it work then, Paul? I got to make like an appointment.
Yeah, you make an appointment, and basically you buy a workout, like however many you want to do. But I mean, rate wise, and I've always been proud of this. Rate wise, you're not going to find. I'm pretty confident you're not going to find anything more affordable than me. There's no way.
That's interesting.
Just because I've worked in so many gyms, I know what the schematic is like. I know what they charge, and I've always wanted to be competitive with that. And I'm like, again, and this is like pre COVID prices. I'm like half of them.
Wow, ooh, that's interesting.
It's good. But I don't think you could put a price on your physical health and well-being.
Or mental.
And especially this guy, he doesn't shut down. There's no lockdowns happening at Paul's gym, I bet.
Well, it's a house, right?
Yeah,
So-
it's not.
Dude,
It's
he
not.
wants as long as he's under 5.
That's right. Yeah, 1-on-1.
But the game is you need to basically tell if they're working out or it's gay porn.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
Okay, is that grunting at the gym or is that
Or gay porn?
Is that gay porn?
I'm hearing some clanging and banging in the background, so I'm going to say Jim for that one.
That is correct.
All right, it's
one-
one for
for
one. That's a correct answer. Okay, next one up.
I would stop that. Grunting at the gym or gay porn?
That one might be gay porn. Maybe.
That's your answer?
I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
No, it's not gay porn.
It's not gay porn.
That's the
guy
gym?
in the gym.
That's the guy in the gym.
I didn't hear any music in the background or any clanging around or nothing. So
That was a good clip, Mike. You pulled a good
Is that a home gym?
No, that's a real gym.
Oh wow!
This one right off the top?
Yeah, no, right off the top. You want to hit that
Oh,
at
two-
the...
okay, I got it.
I sent you that one, I think.
228.
Is that the gym or gay porn?
What was that thumping noise before?
I don't know. Is that the gym or gay porn?
Are they working out or are they having sex?
Oh man, that one's tough because it almost sounded like a guy running on a treadmill in the beginning there, like the thumping.
That's
Yeah.
interesting.
But it could also be, like some animal loving.
Right? It could be. Could be one of the two. What is it?
You do have to make a choice.
I'm
Would you
gonna-
like to hear it again?
Yeah. Play that one back for me.
Okay.
Okay. So
I can see the guy too. That's even funnier.
okay. So that one's got to be gay porn. I'm thinking that guy just like pulled out and let it rip.
That is correct.
You'd be
You're
right.
right.
It wasn't gay porn though. I think that was a girl.
straight up. Well, it looked kind of like a.
You couldn't watch any more gay porn. I know
couldn't
it.
have.
It sounded like he was shooting lava.
Okay, so
buddy.
he's 2 right, 1 wrong.
Yeah, if he gets the next one right, the game's over.
The game's over. We can end this horrible
Yeah.
game.
Go. Try,
Which one do you
try
think?
that bottom one. That
This
bottom
one?
one. Yeah.
So it's not necessarily gay porn then.
Well, that one I thought was a dude.
Mike was supposed to pull gay porn, but
But
he
you know
couldn't.
how hard it is to watch that shit? For me. For other people, it might be fine.
I know you instantly go soft. That's what I gained from that
it's
one
for
episode.
work. It's not. You're so
it's-
supposed to enjoy it.
It's for other people's taste, just not my taste.
Okay, so this one right off the top, or
No. You want to hit that? I gave you the marker, but I'll pull it up for you.
I got it.
You got it?
Yeah. Okay. I got it.
Okay, he gets this right. He gets his T-shirt. He was getting a T-shirt anyways, but he's getting a T-shirt.
And he gets a sign.
Yes.
Yeah, I got to put that up.
Put that up in the gym because you don't want anybody talking that shit.
No,
Stick
I've
to
had
the
enough
gains.
of that at this point.
Is that the gym or porn?
Oh my god, man.
Gym or porn?
That one's pretty tough.
That is a tough one. I agree with him.
Sounds like he's hitting that shit. You know what I mean?
Can I hear that one more time?
Yeah.
That one's the hardest one yet.
No. What the fuck is wrong with us?
What's wrong with this guy?
He's hitting the weights hard. What do you mean?
Sounds like he's in trouble.
It doesn't sound like he's working out or fucking.
Maybe he's doing both.
Yeah, I can't say that doing either of those activities I've ever gone like, like he sounds like he's sucking on a puck or something. That sounded really weird, man. That was weird.
Well,
it might sound like that, but it's one of the two.
Yes,
he's either
it is.
working out or fucking.
Oh man, sounds like he's making love to a bucket or something. It sounded echoey. Oh man, I'm gonna say he's banging.
That
with
is
that one.
correct.
This guy's good.
He's good.
He's good.
That's a win.
That's correct. That's a win. That's a legit win.
That's a legit win.
That was a tough one.
Yeah,
Okay,
that was a shot in the dark.
Okay,
Paul?
which other one do you think he should?
No,
play?
I think we're
more?
good on the
Okay,
game,
okay.
buddy. He's got a T-shirt and a sign. Go
All
to
right.
Paul. Paul, you got anything to plug?
I'm just at Fort Erie Muscle on Instagram, and that's literally the only page I've got.
Check
That's
him
so
out.
cool. Paul, I want to ask Paul quickly because we were debating, because normally the people that interact and like our stuff, we know them. Like it's usually
you're the first time.
You're like one
you.
of the first people we met that didn't know us. And how'd you find
reached
the show?
out to us, yes.
Yeah, how'd you find the show?
I think you guys, because you used the Fort Erie hashtag.
Oh,
And I just love
hashtagging, buddy.
He loves Fort Erie.
Yeah, man, that was honestly like when we moved here from Toronto or moved to Niagara Falls. I loved it. It was like
it's a nice community.
Yeah, it
You
was.
felt home.
Yeah, we were just at Kaler and Lundy's Lane there. So
Yeah.
like by that Freshco. But then over the years, it started getting busier and busier. And then my parents moved to Fort Erie, and my wife and I came here, and I was like, man, we moved to the wrong place. Like Fort Erie's incredible. Like at times, I mean, like by that Happy Jacks place, looks almost abandoned sometimes.
Yeah.
And I mean, coming from North York,
area.
I know.
coming from North York,
It's a beautiful
Scarborough,
area by the water. Too.
It's
a
really
shame.
nice, and no, it's turning around.
That's good.
People are starting to wake up to the beauty of Fort Erie and how great of a town it is. But that's really cool. So you just found us through a hashtag, Mike. Those hashtags,
they work.
they worked.
Hashtag.
They worked. Now we got a fan out of it.
Thank
Paul,
you.
Thanks
Thank
for
you,
being
Paul.
a fan.
Thanks for
coming
coming
on
in.
the show.
This
Thanks
was
for having
awesome.
me.
I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, and you know what? Next time you're going to see Paul, I'll probably be training with him in the gym.
Yeah.
And he's going to be juicy as
Getting
fuck.
those gains.
Getting me gains.
Mikey,
All right,
thank you,
good
buddy.
Show. Thanks, Paul.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Paul.
guys.
Everybody check out Fort Erie Muscle.
Yeah, check it out online.
Thanks, Paul.
Welcome. Till next time.
Till next time.
Thanks,
See
guys.
ya.
I like your name a lot.